WrestleMania 42 is in the books, and the fallout is absolutely massive. We are breaking down every major moment from Night 2, including that main event clash between CM Punk and Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship. You also need to hear the full analysis on Jade Cargill taking on Rhea Ripley for the WWE Women's title, and the intensity of Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar.
Your brand new iPhone deserves the best protection, and the iLune 3-pack screen protector plus 3-pack camera lens protector has you covered. Don't take risks with your iPhone. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Things got physical in the hotel lobby after the show, as a viral video shows CM Punk slapping a phone out of a fan's hand. It happened at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas after a tense scene involving AJ Lee and Bayley. We have the full details on the confrontation and why this clip has the entire wrestling world talking. In a candid interview with Complex, CM Punk opened up about his current status in WWE and why he is so hesitant to turn heel again. He reflects on his legendary runs as a villain in the Straight Edge Society and the New Nexus, but fears that the crowd would just cheer him anyway. Find out why he thinks a heel turn today might backfire, just like it did for John Cena. The discussion surrounding wrestler safety and fan boundaries is reaching a breaking point after the latest CM Punk altercation. We are looking at the disturbing rise of harassment cases involving stars like Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, and others. Is it time for a major change in how fans interact with talent outside of the ring? Catch all our daily updates by hitting that subscribe button and turning on notifications so you never miss a beat. Can you believe we actually witnessed it? WrestleMania 42 Night 2 has officially passed into the history books, and the fallout is absolutely massive. I'm talking about a card that felt like a fever dream for wrestling fans everywhere. Jake Barnett and Jason Powell just dropped their full breakdown over at ProWrestling.net, and honestly, you need to hear their take on this one. We're talking about the dream match that finally became reality. CM Punk going head-to-head with Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship. The tension there was thick enough to cut with a knife. But that wasn't even the half of it. We saw Jade Cargill stepping up to the plate against Rhea Ripley for the women's title, a clash of titans that lived up to every ounce of the hype. And let's not forget the sheer physicality of Oba Femi taking on the beast himself, Brock Lesnar. It was 86 minutes of pure, unfiltered wrestling analysis that dives into every major turning point of the night. If you're a .net member, you've got full access to this audio review right now, so go grab your headphones and dive into the breakdown. Not a member yet? Hit the link in the description to join up and get that exclusive RSS feed so you never miss a beat on these post-show deep dives. WrestleMania 42 proved once again that while the matches end, the stories are only just beginning. What did you think of the main event? Ever wondered where the line is between being a superfan and being an absolute nuisance? Well, CM Punk just drew that line in the middle of a Las Vegas hotel lobby, and it was loud, fast, and caught entirely on camera. After a brutal, bloody defeat at the hands of Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 42, you'd think the last thing Punk wanted was more drama. But following a tough weekend, where both he and his wife, AJ Lee, dropped their championship titles, the tension boiled over at the MGM Grand. A viral clip shows a fan shoving a camera into the faces of AJ Lee and Bayley, clearly overstepping the boundary of personal space. Punk, wearing his hometown pride on his sleeve, didn't hesitate. He swatted the phone right out of the guy's hand. Security jumped in, and the fan, suddenly realizing he had pushed his luck, started apologizing profusely, but that icy death stare from Punk said everything that needed to be said. While some might argue he was aggressive, the internet sentiment has actually shifted heavily in his favor. Witnesses claim the fan was harassing them, even putting his arm around AJ Lee after she had already told him no. It raises a serious question about the entitlement we see in fandom today. Just because someone is a public figure doesn't mean their private time, or their spouse's safety, is up for grabs. Is it ever okay to force a selfie when someone has already refused? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button for more wrestling breakdowns. And remember, there's a big difference between showing support and invading a life. Have you ever been so good at being bad that the fans refuse to let you stay a villain? That is the surreal reality facing CM Punk today. Known for some of the most iconic heel runs in wrestling history, from the Straight Edge Society to the New Nexus, Punk recently sat down with Complex to discuss why he is actually hesitant to go back to the dark side. It is a fascinating paradox. Punk admits he views himself as the ultimate heel, yet he feels the current audience connection is just too strong to break. He told Complex that if he tried to turn now, it would likely backfire and turn him into an even bigger babyface, with the crowd cheering regardless of his actions. He even pointed to John Cena's recent attempts to stir the pot during his farewell tour, noting that even when Cena antagonized the audience, they just wanted the greatest hits rather than a genuine shift in character. It is almost like the fans have evolved to a point where they appreciate the performance too much to actually hate the person. Punk kept his cards close to his chest when asked about his favorite modern heels, instead pivoting to pay homage to the legendary SGT. Slaughter as an underrated goat of the craft. HT to channel YouTube for the transcription. But here is the million-dollar question. With Punk coming off his World Heavyweight Championship loss at WrestleMania 42, is the timing finally right for a pivot? Or are we truly past the era where a top-tier star can actually draw heat? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the world of wrestling. At the end of the day, maybe the greatest trick a modern villain can pull isn't being evil at all. It's being so beloved that the audience refuses to let you leave the light. Ever wondered where the line is between being a passionate fan and a straight-up stalker? Well, things just got heated in Las Vegas, and it's sparking a major debate about personal space in the world of professional wrestling. A video has gone viral showing CM Punk slapping a phone out of a fan's hand in a hotel lobby just hours after the chaos of WrestleMania week. Here's the scene. Punk, his wife AJ Lee, and Bailey were sharing a private, heartfelt goodbye when two fans decided that moment needed to be recorded. They were standing just 5 feet away, cameras rolling without a shred of consent. Punk didn't just watch. He walked over, swiped the phone, and stood his ground while his friend Ace Steel and security scrambled to de-escalate. When the fan offered a shaky, sarcastic apology, Punk didn't buy it for a second. Now, legally speaking, the fan might not have broken any laws. Filming in a public space is often protected. But let's be real. Just because you can asterisk do something doesn't mean you asterisk should asterisk. This wasn't a public appearance or a meet and greet. It was a private moment between friends. Wrestling stars have been pleading for fans to respect their boundaries in places like airports and hotels for years. Imagine just coming off the biggest show of your life, feeling exhausted and emotional, only to realize you can't even have a private conversation without someone shoving a lens in your face. Some might say Punk's reaction was aggressive, and honestly, his temper is legendary. But it is hard not to empathize when you look at the bigger picture. This isn't just about one phone slap. We are seeing a disturbing rise in incidents across the industry. Rhea Ripley having fans show up at her home, Liv Morgan dealing with a stalker that required FBI intervention, and reports of groping at conventions. It's reached a point where the barrier between fan and threat is blurring in ways that are genuinely dangerous. Most of these performers are technically independent contractors, forced to pay for their own security just to feel safe during their downtime. It's exhausting, it's stressful, and quite frankly, it's a tragedy waiting to happen. I want to hear from you. Where do you draw the line? Are fans getting too comfortable, or is the industry failing to protect its stars? Drop a comment below and let's get into the weeds on this. If we don't start respecting these human beings behind the characters, the industry might just go into total lockdown. Thanks for watching, and remember, your favorite wrestler is a person first and an entertainer second.